There are a lot of things that go into building a brand, from your brand strategy to your visuals to the way that you share and grow your brand and everything and anything in between. But what is the number one thing that every single brand needs? What is the one place that you should start if you are thinking about working on your brand? Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to Brand Your Passion, the show that helps you turn the thing you love the most into something that people know and love you for. I'm your host, Holly Arnett, the brand coach for creatives, and I'm on a mission to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. If you're ready to get more eyes on your work, more dollars in your pocket, and more creativity in your life, you're in the right place. Welcome. Let's brand your passion. The number one thing that every brand needs is a clear message. I want to tell you the story of my brand a little bit so that you can kind of get why this is important and see how it has helped me to be able to pivot and establish and grow my brand every single time I've needed to. Over the course of my business, I've pivoted 4 times. My business started as a hand lettering and typography studio. I used to sell my work at markets and things and online. I did lettering and type layouts for clients. I ran workshops, got my work in exhibitions and stores, tabled at markets, and a whole heap more. But along the way, I realized that what I loved about doing that and what I ended up doing a lot of was logo design. People would ask me to hand letter or create typographic logos for them. So I pivoted into doing logo design. I was working with clients, using my lettering and typography skills to create logos. So I had to reestablish myself as a logo designer. Then through the process of doing that a lot, I obviously realized what we all know now, or what I know now, is that you can't just rely on a logo when it comes to branding. A brand is so much more than that, and so I ended up doing full brand design. So everything from the logo, obviously, but then also to the typography and the color suite and the patterns and the photography and everything that goes into building a brand identity. Again, I had to reestablish myself and tell everybody, okay, now this is what I'm doing and this is what you can hire me for and this is what I want to be known for, is being a brand designer. Along the way again, I realized that you need strategy to be able to do effective brand identity work. And I had started doing that along the way without really knowing that it was strategy, and then kind of began to understand that, actually what I'm doing is brand strategy and it's really important and actually my favorite part of it. So then I started pivoting to being a brand strategist and becoming known for doing brand strategy work. So again, I'm repivoting. I have a new message, a new thing that I want people to know about me and to remember about me. And now, obviously, I am a brand strategist and coach for creatives. When I made that slight niche down, I had to do the same thing. And what's helped me get sales, bookings, clients, customers, engagement, opportunities every single time that I've pivoted is having a clear message and being vocal about it. Every single time that I've pivoted or niched down or changed what I'm doing, I've said publicly everywhere, this is what I do. This is what I want you to know about me. This is what I want you to remember when you think about my name. And I don't shut up about it. I change my bio, update my website, redo my email signature. My content becomes all about that thing so that there is no way that anyone could not know that that is what I do. And that's what you have to do too when it comes to your brand as an artist, as a maker, as a creative. It's not enough for you to just say that I'm an artist or I'm a creative. You need to get really specific, clear, and confident about what it is that you do, and then never shut up about it. You need to make it really clear over and over and over again. This is what I do. This is what I need you to know about me. This is what I want you to remember. because it takes like 7 times for someone to see your brand or hear about your brand for them to remember and for it to stick in their mind. So if you want someone to recognize and remember what you do, you need to tell them at least 7 times. That means posting about what you do at least 7 times, talking about it over and over and over again, because also you might post 7 times and that one person might not see all 7 of those posts. So that means posting 14 times or 21 times or over and over and over again to tell people and make it stick in their mind, this is what I do. If you don't have this, or you kind of do, but you don't really feel confident enough in it to like proudly shout about it and not shut up about it, like I just mentioned, then you're not going to be able to get to that next level where people are so clear on what you do and so clear on how they can buy from you and what they can buy from you. So you really need to do 2 things. Figure out what that message is and then shout about it from the rooftops. How you are going to do this is to just ask yourself a few questions and to be able to come up with one line. So the 2 questions that I want you to ask, number 1 is, what is the one thing you want to be known for? If you overheard people talking about you, or you left the room and they were talking about you, or someone was sending a recommendation or a referral telling their friend about you, what would you want them to say? What is the one thing you want to be known for? And question number 2 is similar, but is, what do you want to be remembered by? What do you want people to remember about you? If you have a conversation with them, you are in an elevator, you're doing the elevator pitch and telling them all about what you do, you leave the elevator, what do you want them to remember? Is it like a kind of jumbled, messy, confusing ramble that's not very confident and not very clear? That's like, oh, I kind of do this and then also a little bit of this and I'm kind of this, but it's just this little thing that I do on the side and blah, blah, blah. Or is it, my name is Holly and I am a brand strategist and coach for creatives. Boom. So clear, so easy for them to remember, will stick in their mind so that they know what I do and they remember what I do. And your goal is to be able to do the same thing. You need to have one sentence, one tagline that clearly states, this is what I do. So your task is to write this sentence. Write yourself a little tagline, sentence, message that you can use everywhere, all the time, on all the things, over and over and over and over and over again. Then once you have that sentence or that message that you want to convey about your brand, you need to talk about and show that message again and again. Say, for example, like mine is that I'm a brand strategist and coach for creatives. Not only do I say that everywhere, and when people ask me what I do, that's what I say, etc., but I also show that through the content that I create, the topics that I talk about, the talks that I do, the podcasts that I go on, the people that I interview. Everything that I do is to try and reinforce that message that I am a brand strategist and coach for creatives. So it's about telling and showing as well to convey that one message. That is the number one thing that every brand needs. Even if you don't have a great brand identity, or your website's not up to scratch, or you aren't posting on social media as much as you wanted to, or whatever, all that stuff doesn't matter if you don't have a clear message. You could have the best website in the world, the best social media content, or the best packaging on your products, but if you don't have a clear message, then people are never going to click through on that website. They're never going to buy your products to see that amazing packaging. They're never going to click through and engage in your social media content because they're like, what the hell? I'm so confused. So there's no point in worrying about anything else to do with your brand if you don't have this one thing sorted. So that's it. My short little message for this week's episode is the number one thing every brand needs is a clear message. And I would love to hear what yours is. So if you do this process and you figure out like, this is my clear message that I want everybody to know, that I want to be remembered for. I want you to tag me on Instagram, send me a DM, tweet me, send me an email, whatever. Just get in touch with me and let me know I figured out my clear message. This is what it is. And I cannot wait to celebrate you and cheer you on as you shout from the rooftops about it. That's all from me today. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion and choosing to spend time with me learning all about branding, business, and all things creativity. You can find more episodes just like this one at makerandmoxie.com/podcast. If you like this one, you can tap that subscribe or follow button so that you're notified about each and every new episode. And if you've got a spare second, please leave a review on iTunes or wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast, because I would absolutely 100% love to hear from you. If there were some helpful goodies in this episode for you, it would mean the world to me as well if you could screenshot that podcast player right now, hop on over to Instagram or Twitter and tag us at Maker and Moxie. By subscribing, reviewing, and sharing, you're helping reach more creators just like you, so that together we can make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. We can't achieve this mission without you, so your support means the absolute world. I will talk to you in the next episode, but until then, keep creating.